Over 60 years of timey-wimey brilliance, building a universe that's bigger on the inside. It's not just a show, it's a journey through galaxies, history, and the boundless imagination of fans worldwide. And I want to tell you why it's easily one of the greatest shows of all time.
And that's just the beginning.
In the massive expanse that is time and space, one question looms large. How does a show like Doctor Who stay fresh and captivating after so many years? At its core, Doctor Who is a story about exploration, kindness, adventure, and the boundless wonders of the universe, and most importantly, a mad alien with a box. But to maintain its magic, the show faces a unique challenge: the need to constantly reinvent itself in order to stay relevant and appeal to its fandom and potential new viewers. This is something that is currently happening with the show at the very moment I was writing this essay. In less than a month's time, the show is going to be going through another shift, with the original showrunner of the 2005 reboot, RTD, coming back to the helm to run the show. This is an exciting time for me because personally, between RTD and Steven Moffat, I do feel this is where the show was at its finest, at least in regards to the adventures and the stories being told. Don't get me wrong, a lot of Chris Chibnall's stories had amazing potential to be great, but they were all just missing some kind of finishing touch. There were too many characters and not enough screen time. There was just something missing in those 3 seasons. They did start to get there by the Flux season, but it was too little too late to come back from the prior 2 seasons. Central to the show's longevity is the character of the Doctor, a time-travelling alien with a thirst for adventure, and with hearts bigger than the cosmos they adventure in. The Doctor never usually travels alone.
What? What?
Who are you? Where am I?
What?
What the hell is this place?
What?
Alongside a rotating cast of companions that are adored by fans and others who are just way too underrated. Bill Potts. Each adventure becomes a collaborative tale of bravery, friendship, love, loss, and discovery.
Who, sir, is about to relieve you from the box?
Nobody, sir. Not in this universe or the next.
Well, then draw your sword and prove your words.
I have no sword. I don't need a sword. Because I am the Doctor. And this is my spoon.
From the edge of the universe directly into the heart of history itself, Doctor Who embraces a kaleidoscope of genres, weaving together tales that span time, space, and imagination. This is one of my favourite things about Doctor Who. The way the writers can take previously told historic stories and tell them in a whole new, interesting way that is only uniquely possible within the context of this show.
Agatha Christie. What about her? That's me. No.
You really won't get stories and adventures like these anywhere else. Yeah, and sure, some of the episodes through the years have been, well, not the best, let's be honest, but eventually they do become great, as this is always a reminder of where the show began, with mad stories with a mad grumpy granddad with a magic box. And so, armed with wit, courage, and a touch of whimsy, the Doctor and their companions continue to travel the stars, proving that as long as there's always stories to tell, the universe will always be ripe with endless adventures and possibilities. But Doctor Who isn't just a show, it's a whole universe. A blanket stitched together with threads of wonder and mystery, reaching out to even having its own successful spin-off series, and a huge catalogue of audio adventures as well.
This is Neewer.
From the bustling streets of New York, to the desolate plains of the Doctor's home planet Gallifrey. And what about the inhabitants of these worlds? Well, they come in all shapes and sizes, from the cuddly adipose to the menacing Daleks.
Impossible.
Doctor Who introduces us to a plethora of alien races, each with their own cultures, customs, and even their own quirks. But the Doctor's adventures aren't limited to distant planets. They span the breadth of time and history, from the age of the dinosaurs to the end of the universe itself.
I can feel the universe breaking.
And we've been there already. And at the heart of it all are the companions.
It's the same story every time, and it always begins with the same 2 words.
She'll never be able to find me again. She doesn't even have the name Doctor.
What 2 words?
Doctor Who.
Ordinary people, well, most of the time. There have been some questionable companions such as Chameleon the robot, but I digress. Thrown into extraordinary circumstances, each bringing their own strengths, flaws and stories to the Doctor's journey.
Raggedy Man. Good night.
Of course, there's the Doctor themselves, a Time Lord with 2 hearts, who travels through time and space, righting wrongs, saving worlds and loving every adventure along the way. From the far reaches of the cosmos to the depths of the human heart, Doctor Who continues to captivate audiences with its stories, characters and worlds. In the massive expanse of time and space, there are certain moments that resonate through the ages, moments that change the course of history and redefine what it means to be a Time Lord. There is so much backstory of what you can consider canon in Doctor Who, and with certain showrunners it tends to change and shift and rewrite the whole of everything that you knew for the last 60 years. Timeless child arc. But anyway, let me tell you what the Doctor is like. So in a village embraced by hills, there stood an old oak, a tree revered by generations. But one spring, the leaves turned gold overnight, sparking awe and speculation amongst all the villagers. Yet, despite its change in appearance, Old Oak remained a steadfast presence, offering shelter and solace as always. Amidst the marvel, one of the villagers realised that while the tree's outer form had shifted, its essence remained constant. And so the villagers learned to embrace the beauty of the change, while finding comfort in the enduring spirit of Old Oak, a timeless symbol of resilience and continuity. So while watching Doctor Who, you have this constant of the Doctor. But the Doctor is forever changing, but forever remaining the same. So every single incarnation will have its own quirks, it will have its own identity, its own personality, its own looks, but deep down inside, it's still the exact same person. The first Doctor, with a stern yet grandfatherly demeanour, laid the foundation for the character's enigmatic nature, while the second Doctor brought a mischievous charm that endeared him to the audiences. The third Doctor's sophistication and material arts elevated the show to new heights, paving the way for the fourth Doctor's iconic blend of whimsy and wisdom, while the fifth Doctor brought a youthful energy and a sense of vulnerability. And that leads us on to the sixth. Brashness and colourful personality really shook things up in the Tardis. And then you have the seventh Doctor, who was manipulative and cunning. And eighth, romanticism added layers of complexity to the character, setting the stage for the bold and brash ninth. With the 10th Doctor's youthful appearance and heart-on-sleeve emotions, from dancing with Madame de Pompadour to facing off against the Weeping Angels, the 10th Doctor's era was defined by its emotional depth and thrilling storytelling. The show reached new levels of popularity, only to be followed up by the 11th's quirkiness and the 12th's gruff exterior hiding a heart of gold. And then came the 13th Doctor, breaking new ground as the first female incarnation with her boundless optimism,
I have a feeling that some of this is my fault.
fierce intelligence, and unwavering sense of justice. Each incarnation leaves an indelible mark on Doctor Who, shaping its themes, tone, and the impact on audiences, ensuring that the show remains fresh, relevant, and endlessly captivating for generations to come. So here's to all the Doctors, a Time Lord who taught us that even in the darkest times, there's always hope, always a way forward. And as we continue to journey through time and space, we'll carry this legacy with us, forever and for always. For over half a century, Doctor Who has been a shining beacon of imagination, resilience, and hope in the world of television. For many fans, Doctor Who serves as a cherished escape from the mundane realities of everyday life. Stepping into the TARDIS alongside the Doctor and their companions offers a thrilling journey through time and space, where anything is possible and the wonders of the universe await. Whether it's battling ancient monsters on a distant planet or unravelling mysteries in historical settings, each episode transports new viewers and old viewers to a world of adventure and imagination. In the Doctor's company, they can leave behind their worries and troubles, if only for a little while, and immerse themselves in a universe where hope, courage and kindness prevail. Through its captivating storytelling and timeless themes, Doctor Who continues to be a source of joy, inspiration and escape for fans around the globe. But it's not just the heroes who make Doctor Who special. is also the villains.
Stonehenge! Who takes the Pandorica takes the universe. But bad news, everyone. Cause guess who? Ha! Said you lot, you're all whizzing about. It's really very distracting. Could you all just stay still a minute? Because I have talking!
From the Daleks to the Cybermen,
We have been upgraded.
who keep audiences on the edge of their seats, rooting for the Doctor to save the day. But perhaps what truly sets Doctor Who apart is its ability to resonate with audiences of all ages and backgrounds. So why has Doctor Who stood the test of time? Because at its core, it's more than just a TV show. It's a celebration of the human spirit. A reminder that even in the darkest times, there's always hope, as long as you have a little faith and a trusty blue box by your side. So Whovians, tell me your favourite Doctor Who scenes in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome video essays like this one right here that you need to go watch.